I'm gonna leave you with this song. It's my last one. You've been a pleasure. Favorite show of mine so far, by far. It's been a long and lonely trip. I'm glad I took it. It was well worth it. Got to read a couple books and do some research before I reached my perfect. Never thought that I was perfect. Always thought I had a purpose. Used to wonder if I'd live to see my first kiss. The most difficult thing I ever did was recite my own word at a service, realizing the person I was addressing probably wasn't looking down from heaven. Or cooking up something in Hell's Kitchen, trying to listen in or eavesdrop in another dimension. It was self-serving, like this is conveniently religious. On Easter Sunday and on Christmas, television went from being a babysitter to a mistress. Technology made it easy for us to stay in touch while keeping a distance, till we just stay distant and never touch. Now all we do is text too much. I don't remember much from my youth. My memories were pressed. I spent too much time wondering if I'd live to have sex. Fell in love for the first time in 4th grade. I didn't have the courage to talk to her. In 8th grade, I wrote her a note and I slipped it in somebody else's locker. Considered killing myself because of that. It was a big deal. It was a blown cover. It was over for me. My goose was cooked. Stick a fork in me. Jig is up. Blew my chances. Rest is history. Future torn asunder. Became abundantly clear I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Thankfully, I wrote the whole note in code. It had 10 layers of scotch tape, safety seal. It was impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to understand. It wasn't love I was feeling for her. I had someone else to obsess over. I was older, very mature. Forged my time signature. Practiced my parents' autograph because I was failing math. Disconnected a phone when I thought the teacher would call my home. Checked the mailbox twice a day. At the end of a long dirt road, steamed open a couple envelopes like I was in private detective mode. Snoop around long enough for something in particular, you're guaranteed to find it. For better or worse, that's how I learned it's best to just keep some things private. It was the best of times. What was it? It was the end of times. It's the times, best of times. Best of times, end of times, always on deck, goes next in line. The only child with a pen and pad, write a list of things I could never have. Walls in the house with paper thin, every squabble seemed to get deafening. Memory served me correctly, I made it a point to avoid and forget some things. Proudly to keep from being embarrassed, never meant to upset or get briefed to my parents. Kept my secrets, hid my talents, in my head, never under the mattress. Therapy couldn't break me, never learned a word that would ensure safety. I spoke softly, tiptoed off it, door to my rooms like a big old coffin. Breathed in a creak when I closed it shut. Anxiety's peaked when it opened up, as if everything that I was thinking would be exposed. Still sleep fully clothed. It was the best of times. What was it? It was beautiful, brutal, cruel, business as usual heaven. It was hell. Used to wonder if I lived to see 12. When I didn't think that I was immortal. Felt the hands, couldn't make it to the formal. Couldn't bear watching my imaginary girl must have moved to any other dudes. Tone talk about a wild thing. Still caught up with some child thing. Scared of a god who couldn't stand a ride. Clearly a brimstone fire thing. Pyromaniac, kleptomaniac. Couldn't explain my desire to steal that fire. Added to my rider. Please don't throw me in a patch of briar. It was the best of times. What was it? School counselor clueless, cause I never skipped classes. Perfect attendance, imperfect access, speech impediment, they can never really fix. Fake bad eyesight, so with career glasses. Consider doing 7th level, crippled me, and one in a wheelchair. One in the sympathy, one in straight teeth. They came braces, 4 years headgear, help me change faces. The best of times. Now I wonder if I live to see marriage, wonder if I live long enough to have kids, wonder if I live to see my kids have kids. If I do, well I did. I did live long enough to see marriage. I did live long enough to have kids. They're in attendance tonight somewhere. And we're gonna go home tonight. I leave again for a month. But it's so good to see them. And to have this life that I have now. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna live to see my kids have kids. But if I do, I'm gonna tell them how it is. Like, don't listen when they tell you that these are your best years. Don't let anybody protect your ears. It's best that you hear what they don't want you to hear. It's better to have pressure from peers than not have peers. Beer won't give you chest hair. Spicy food will not make it curl. When you think you got it all figured out, then everything collapses. Trust me, kid, it's not the end of the world. Thank you guys, I love y'all. Love you. White meat kids, mwah!